Hey, what is going on everybody? I'm Riz and you're watching the YouTube guide. Today we're comparing a $1,000 camera, the one I'm recording right now, and a $100 camera. By the way, if you're asking what cameras I'm using, this is a Sony A6400 and this is a Canon T3i or 600D. So yeah, before we jump into the comparison, I just wanted to mention that this is not a 4K camera and this is also not a mirrorless camera. This is a DSLR that records in 1080p 24, and while the A6400 records 4K footage, which is actually 6K downsampled to 4K in 24 frames per second. This $100 camera is pretty awesome if you're just starting out on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, okay? And now let's jump into the comparison. Alright, first off, video comparison. We're going to be using the kit lens on both of these cameras. Sony is rocking the 16 to 50, while the Canon is rocking 18 to 55. So, f is both on f3.5, as you can see right now. I'm recording on A6400. This is the kit lens, by the way. At f3.5, you can see the blurry background, if there is any. Right now, let's switch it to Canon. By the way, the Canon footage will be upscaled from 1080 to 4K because I'm recording in 4K right now. So yeah, it's not a big deal, but just to keep in mind, okay? Now let's switch it. This camera does not have autofocus, that's first. And second, that is not purple, that is blue. Yeah, there are a few downsides, don't get me wrong. This is a $100 camera. You can't really expect anything more from it. You know, I've been using this camera for a long time, and I can tell you one thing. If you want to get started on YouTube, this is a great camera. For beginners, of course. So this does not have autofocus. Every time you want to focus, you literally have to like use the ring if you want to use the manual, or you can just stop recording and use the button to focus on you. Yeah, it takes time, it's pretty slow, it's not as good, and it's really annoying if you don't get it right, you know. I'm using custom profile on this camera to get the maximum dynamic range out of this camera, and yeah, just let me know what do you think. I'll put the comparison side by side. So tell me, which one do you like the most? Alright, so we're back to the A6400. This is the 4K recording. So there are a few downsides to this camera, and for the price point, I should not even be talking about this, but this camera does not have autofocus. For example, if I'm like out of the frame, you know, see how quick it autofocuses on me? This doesn't do that. You literally have to press it. Hold on, let me show you. So for example, if I want to focus on that thing, hold on, I have to press it. It literally took like half a second to focus on something. That's how slow it is. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I would still recommend this camera to somebody who is just starting out, you know. Yeah, sure, manual focus is a bit of a hassle, but you learn a lot. I've used this camera for like 5 years, dude. 5 years, and I've learned so much from aperture to ISOs and literally every single thing about cameras. So yeah, if you don't think about the autofocus, this is a great camera. Now let's jump into some B-roll. Now I've used this camera for a lot of B-rolls. By the way, I'm not gonna use the kit lens. It's just not good at all. I'm gonna be using the hold on. Instead, just to give a tiny edge on the Sony A6400, I'm gonna be using the Canon 50mm Nifty 50, as a lot of people like to call it. This is a f1.8 50mm, by the way. So instead of using the kit lens, I'm gonna use the 50mm on this one. Alright, so which one do you like the most? Do let me know in the comment section below, okay? Yeah, I am a bike dude. I own multiple bikes, as you have seen in the B-roll. Do let me know which B-roll do you like the most. I definitely like the A6400. It's crispy. It's just cinematic. It's right out of the camera. It's cinematic. Sure, I use the S-Log on A6400 and C-Log on this baby. It doesn't come with a C-Log. I just installed a custom C-Log that looks like a C-Log. Yeah, if that makes sense. All right, to end this video, it's a pretty great camera if you're just starting out on YouTube. Sure, no autofocus. Also, one bad thing, really bad audio amps as compared to the Sony. Like, Sony has probably the best audio amps you can get in a camera, but Canon, especially the older cameras, not good. Absolutely trash. I'm using the same microphone. If I use this microphone on this camera, it will sound totally trash. So yeah, you gotta learn how to edit audio in post-production. So this is it. I'm Riz. You're watching the YouTube guide. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. This is Canon 600D and this is a Sony A6400. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.